definitely a cutter. And definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.
Good morning and welcome to DBS This Morning. How was your weekend? Well, I hope you had an awesome and amazing one and you're ready to kick off another productive week with us here. Let's tap into the news desk first and see what's happening there. Thank you, news desk. We take a break and we will be right back. For our first feature, we recently visited the St. Lucia Diabetes and Hypertension's office and we had a sit down with the president. We discussed quite a number of things. We're going to be doing, our two features are going to be surrounding that this morning. But let's tap into our first conversation. We are here to continue the awareness, to continue the drive, to continue to do as much as we can as a people, as an institution, of course, to try to better the way that we well, I don't know, you're gonna flourish us. So how are you, Ken?
I'm doing well. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much for
You
having
look well.
me today. Yes,
You
yes.
look absolutely
I'm doing my best. Yes.
And blue is the color
Indeed.
for hypertension
indeed. The
and
blue
diabetes.
circle, well, hypertension doesn't quite have a color as yet,
so
but
diabetes
diabetes
is
for
color.
sure has the blue,
The blue
circle,
circle.
or the blue ring, as we call it.
Right.
That's a symbol used for diabetes awareness.
Right. Is it what's the significance of the circle and the blue?
So the idea is a ring suggesting that it's affecting the entire world.
Okay.
Okay. And blue is a color shared by every single ethnicity and every single group. So it affects every single person, and it is
Worldwide.
long-standing. Yes,
All right,
worldwide.
wonderful. Let's delve into where we are at now. Let's talk St. Lucia
Yes.
and diabetes and hypertension. Let's zero it down to us. Where are we?
Quite dismal, if I may say so. So let me put it this way. Actual stats, the most recent I have is 2015. 2015, according to WHO Power, says that our population has about 27% prevalence of hypertension. Guess what it is for diabetes?
I don't know. Tell me.
14%. I know, right? You're surprised. Why are you surprised? You thought it would be higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it diabetes higher, lower than hypertension? One of the key things is hypertension is called a silent killer. And that is my impression. I can't justify this with any evidence, but from my understanding of the condition and our culture, I think it has to do with the fact that hypertension is a silent killer, meaning you have absolutely no symptoms. You could be walking around a blood pressure of 250 over 120. Right. What does that mean, right? 250 over 120.
Yeah, I'm confused all the time.
Yes, so blood pressure should not be higher, than 139 over 89. So I say, what really is the numbers when you speak of hypertension? High blood pressure has two numbers, a top and a bottom number. Your blood pressure should never be higher than 139 over 89. All right, so let's repeat that. Somebody walks around with a blood pressure of 250 over 125. That is high. That is very high. Now, the interesting thing is, walking around with such a high blood pressure, you'll feel nothing. Absolutely no symptoms. Versus someone who's diabetic, before they become diabetic, they're pre-diabetic, they start to have symptoms. Like they start to lose weight, they get thirsty often, they urinate often, they're always hungry, and they're always tired. So I believe that might be the reason we have a higher prevalence of hypertension versus diabetes. Just by virtue of hypertension, there are no symptoms. You just suddenly have a stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, end up on dialysis, and you wonder where did that come from, right? So
how are we fixing this now? How are we fixing this? Because awareness is key. How are we fixing this? What are some of the measures as a populace that we can take, as individuals that we can take? Because this is where we want to go. We're trying to promote prevention. Can we prevent
Definitely. So the vision of this association is to be the focal point in contributing to the prevention, management, and hopefully eradication of diabetes and hypertension. The key thing is diabetes and hypertension, they're considered NCDs, non-communicable diseases. Means you don't get it by sitting so close together, touching each other, right? We can continue to have our nice social life as human beings, and we should not spread the condition. What we do have to keep in mind is lifestyle. All right? I like to think of diabetes, hypertension as a spouse. All right? And once you have it, it means you're married till death do you part. Key thing is you need to understand your spouse, take care of your spouse, and he or she will behave themselves. As they say, happy wife, happy life, right?
Absolutely.
So what do those spouses want? They want you to have a specific diet and a very active physical lifestyle. So the diet for diabetic is usually plant-based. The diet for hypertension is low salt, low sodium. All right, so in general, if you're diabetic, you want to eat a lot more plants, where the energy coming from the food is a lot less in a given space of time. With hypertensive, you want to do a lot less sodium or salt. So, for example, energy drinks are high in sodium. Ketchup itself, a teaspoon of ketchup versus a teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of ketchup has way more salt in it. All right, so key thing is hypertensive, no more than 1 teaspoon of salt in a day. So once you have that diet under control, the next thing your spouse is looking forward to is how often do you exercise? So we're speaking of aerobic exercise, that's cardio. All right, not those resistance too much where we're trying to build.
Not mine, not mine.
You know? All right, so we want you to increase your heart rate, increase your respiratory rate, whereby you have a better flow, all right, throughout your blood system, throughout your blood vessels. And the recommendation here is 5 consecutive days. That's 5 days in a row, 30 minutes each day. As long as you're doing that, you're well on track to reducing your risk, prevention, and managing the condition. So diet, lifestyle. So if you're doing the 2 things that your wife or husband likes, which is diabetes and hypertension, they'll behave themselves. The pressure will start to drop, the blood sugars will start to be under control, and the 2 of you could live happily ever after.
Wow. But how easy it is for persons, because you have been around, you've been driving that message home for quite some time. Have we been seeing improvements? Have we been meeting our trajectory in terms of trying to minimize or eradicate hypertension and diabetes?
Good question. Interestingly, I was having that same thought on my way to work this morning. I too am struggling with the lifestyle. Now, we always have excuses, all right? I don't eat on time, I don't rest enough, I don't get time to exercise. But here's an interesting thought. We blame it on discipline. I don't have the discipline to do the right things. However, look at it properly. I am committed to waking up, not eating properly. I'm committed to not exercising. I'm committed to not doing all the right things. So clearly we don't have a discipline problem, do we?
Our commitment problem. It's just committed to the wrong thing.
There you go. We have a problem with making the right choice. Exactly. So here as an association, we believe education is key. So we're one of the institutions out there, including the Ministry of Health, giving you the right information. So tap into the right locations, get the proper information to help you make the right choice. So everyone needs to stop blaming it on discipline, because clearly we don't have a discipline problem. We have a choice problem. We keep making the wrong choices.
Conversation. Well, it is my hope that now that you have the information, we are all going to go on out and support the gala that is going to be put on. This is the first of its kind. Let's find out some more about it. That is not all. As part of your awareness drive, you've got a gala that you've dubbed an Emancipation Gala. I'm curious as to why you made the link between emancipation and a gala for hypertension and diabetes. So let's talk about the link, and then let's talk about the gala when it's due, and you know, how can we support?
So emancipation in this era, what's enslaving us today? Our burden from NCDs. All right? Diabetes, hypertension, they're the ones enslaving us. So we thought it quite fitting as a board to have a flagship event, that event that's going to stand out for the St. Lucia Diabetes and Hypertension Association. And of course, in dubbing two or killing two birds with one stone, as they say, we figure it could be our fundraising event. So this year, our first annual fundraising gala is going to be our flagship event, that event that speaks SLDHA. And we understand that in this era, the current burden that we face is with NCDs, non-communicable diseases, affecting our personal lives, affecting our work life, affecting our family. Every single aspect you could think of is being affected by those NCDs. So we chose to, of course, dub the two. Emancipation from NCDs, SLDHA's first annual Emancipation Gala. Our theme this year is Breaking Barriers. So we're going to have quite a few speakers from the region and international bodies such as Healthy Caribbean Coalition and the International Diabetes Federation. Of course, we'll have our local champions such as the Minister of Health, our own Prime Minister will be present, and our keynote speaker is going to be the matron of the association. She is none other than our Dr. Takira Glasso, who is a diabetic physician here in St. Lucia. So she's going to be giving us our charge address this year on breaking barriers when we speak of emancipation from NCDs. The gala is expected to be at the Harbour Club, Golden Grove Ballroom on the 26th of August. So that's the very last Saturday in the month. We look to start at 7 p.m. And there will be quite a few fun twists to the gala, which is, of course, health-related. We expect to have some prizes to give away as well, so everyone come and have some fun, be educated as well. And your tickets, you should be able to get it here at the association for now, starting this week and into next week, and they're only $160. A very small contribution towards such a big cause. Yes.
Well, that's it. I mean, how can persons now connect with the St. Lucia Diabetes and Hypertension?
Thank you. Our association, we're located on 60 Coral Street in Castries. Our contact number, the telephone is 452-7693. That's 452-7693. You could please give us a call. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. Of course, we're looking to improve our visibility out there. And these are all of what the proceeds from the gala will be able to help us do moving forward to make ourselves a little more visible out there. And while I'm at it, we've put out a challenge to every single corporate entity. Give us a call and we will come into your establishment and give a free talk to your team on diabetes and hypertension. Please task us to that. We're looking forward to sharing the message on diabetes and hypertension.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. That was awesome, and we're looking forward to the future of, where this heads.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me again, and together we will definitely achieve our mandate in breaking free from NCDs.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine is Sarah and myself, Shani. Let's get ready to flaunt with the SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio Soca jam. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. Squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian women have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
squeeze and hop. Squeeze.
Bangkok, 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 Bangkok.
Last one. Right leg tap. 4, 3, 2, switch the side. Now we're going with the arms. Side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down, side.
But a woman is the brightest thing she got. For every exam, you know she bound to pass. Graduate from you.
And we want nice strong arm. 4, 3, 2, we're going to roll it. Roll. Hold it down.
Just can't get apply. Every day she just has to
Take it up. Roll.
So I'ma tell her to get you in a life.
4, 3, 2, squeeze.
To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
2,
go Bangkok.
and
Bangkok.
let's go.
Bangkok. 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 Get your degree from Bangkok.
Last one, right foot, tap. 4, 3, 2, switch it. Swing those arms. 4, 3, side, side, up, and
To all them women out there who want to succeed, they start a trend now, so all your best in heed.
4,
Makeup and lashes, they
3,
get you too far.
2,
If you ain't come from
roll the arms, down, roll.
If you want to be a doctor or a nurse, boy, I suggest that you go to
Pick it up, and
Cause if you get your degree from over there,
4,
you could
3,
go back
2,
home with no
squeeze.
fear. To get recognition, Lucian woman have to work. To
4,
get any award,
3,
you have to
2,
go
right
Bangkok.
side, and
Bangkok. 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 Get your degree from Bangkok. 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 Bangkok.
all right. That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Have a wonderful day.
And that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're looking forward to being back here again tomorrow, right here in your company on DBS this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Definitely a cutter. And definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.